All right. Hey, folks. So this video is going to be just sort of a list of announcements of things I'm working on over the Christmas period. The first one is that I have released a version 2 of the Wizard. Now, the Wizard is my heavy, light, medium, full body hypertrophy routine. Okay. Now, it's been very popular. And I've had a lot of good feedback on people who've used it. Now, what I've done is I've rewritten it, and it's gone from being a 21-page ebook, which has been very useful, to a 35-page ebook, which has more information in it. Now, the way that I've done it is I've uploaded it onto my sort of system, and if you've already bought the Wizard version 1, you will get an email to say you can download the version 2 for free. Okay, so it's kind of like a bonus for you guys who've already bought it. Now, for those of you who haven't yet bought it and would like to check it out, there's a link in the description. Go have a look. It's very good. It's been very well received. And you've probably heard me talk about it quite a lot anyway. It's a good ebook. Trust me, it's good. Now, second thing I want to say is what's included in the new ebook. So let's have a quick look here. Let me just share with you. Here we go. All right. So in terms of what I've added in, this is the areas that I've added in. So we are looking at, where are we? Here we go. Right, in terms of what I've added in, mostly we're looking at here. Right, so I've included some information in regards to deloads and waves. So some more information with regards to how to actually periodize this to prevent burnout. So I think that's very important. How are you actually periodizing your work? So I've looked at the focus of deloads and 3-week waves, and how you would implement either of those. So that's quite useful. That is sort of a way of eliminating or at least reducing the potential for overload, fatigue, improving your systemic recovery, and just a way of making this program repeatable over and over and over, which is generally what you should be doing. Each of you will have your own individual implementation of the routine. I want you guys, just as I did, I want you guys to learn the basic principles of heavy, light, medium, and then apply them. And in applying them, you'll learn how to make it work for your own body. Okay, so use my book as a template for the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 training cycles you do, and then learn to adapt it for yourself and see what works. Because ultimately, that's how you get better, right? And feedback to me. Let me know what you're doing. So that's one of the first editions, is how do you actually periodize this to make it work better? Now, the next edition is a very, very advanced implementation. This is adding days. For most of you, full body 3 times a week will be more than sufficient at the higher volume level. So the higher volume level, that's roughly 18 sets per body part per week. 18, that's a lot. Okay, it's not a small amount of work on the 3-day a week model. However, there is scope for adding in additional days if you are able to match that with the commitment to sleep and recovery and food and everything else. Now, there might be other reasons you add extra days, and that is, let's say you're an athlete and you want to do other specific training after a session. Maybe you have shorter time restrictions. You want to do more days, but less work on the individual day. But be very careful with adding days. I say this disclaimer in the book as well. Be very, very careful with adding days, because you can very quickly go into stupidly high levels of volume, which I've done in the past. And I've matched that with ridiculously high levels of food and a lot of recovery, and it makes for great gains. But you should only do that when it's necessary. There is no badge for doing more work just for the same, if you can get the same gains with less work. So be very careful with the adding days, all right? Now, I've added in a summary of the progressions. So I've done it via a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 type of thing. So in the future, when you guys are asking me questions, we can use those terms to discuss. So you can say to me, Faz, I've got a question about stage 2. So I know what you're talking about. So I've split them up into stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. And that's in the progression summary, just so that it gives us ease of language. So we know what we're talking about. So within the system, we know where we're at, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So I think that's quite useful. And summarizing essentially what the different stages are. Stage 1 and stage 2 are mostly covered in version 1. Stage 3 is covered in this version, but it provides more of a flow for how do you become advanced with this routine. Then I've got about 6 pages of frequently asked questions, and those are all questions that you guys have asked me either on Instagram or on Facebook or on YouTube, or in private as well. So yeah, massive update to the book. So that's the first sort of announcement that I have for you guys. There we go. So first one is Wizard has been updated. Second announcement is I'm working on 2 projects at the moment. One is a complete beginner guide. Now, the beginner guide, I initially started off with it looking like it was just going to be, you know, your basic run-of-the-mill beginner routine, which is thrown out on the internet. I've decided that the coach in me knows that that's not enough, because when I do coach ranked beginners, it's not just a case of saying, okay, here's your routine, go at it. There has to be a process. And so I've taken many beginners through absolute beginner status to intermediate. So I want to just talk through in that ebook how to do that. What are the stalls? What do you do when you stall? Identify the different types of stalls. Looking at exercise selection, all that kind of stuff. So I figured it was going to be a whole ebook in and of itself. So that is going to be out soon. And the final thing is I'm also working on a upper-lower guide as well. So I think that would be quite useful for you guys, just as an alternate if you don't like full body. If perhaps full body is too much for you, if you've tried to improve your conditioning, it's too much. Perhaps if you have some sort of sporting requirements, which mean full body aren't that good, I'm going to release a upper-lower. And it's also going to be in the same realm of the Wizard, because I'm going to have tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, for varying levels of advancement and varying levels of volume attached to that advancement and periodization. So should be good. I've not decided what I'm going to call it yet, but it'll probably be something equally as cheesy as the rest of my ebooks, but I love it. So, right, I will call that there. Main gist of this video is 1, version 2 is out, and that should be now a complete guide from early intermediate to advanced. It's a very, very well written, concise, informative ebook. I'm very proud of that book and how it's come out and the feedback that I'm getting from it. So that's out now. If you already bought it, you will get the version 2 for free in your email. Second announcement is I have a beginner routine. It's going to be an ebook coming out soon as well to guide people from a complete beginner to intermediate status, and my thoughts on how that's done, how I've actually implemented that myself, you know, with my clients over the years. So this is not just a airy-fairy, you know, here's how I think it should be done. This is how it's done, how I do it. And the third announcement is I will be releasing a 4th routine, which is going to be an upper-lower, which I think is missing in my repertoire. Yeah, I think that's about it. At some point, I want to do a female routine, a female-orientated routine, perhaps something in the realms of a bodybuilding-orientated routine, something similar to the Berserker, which is a specialization, perhaps potentially a specialization for the glutes, hamstrings, shoulders, something like that, maybe. But I'm going to see about feedback on that if that's something that people want. But the beginner routine and the upper-lower should be out soon. Right, folks, I'll call it there. Hope you all have a great day.